Hello all and welcome to another video under this office procedure and best practices series. In this video I will discuss some very important points regarding public dealing, and this is something which is very close to my heart, and since I am passionate about public service, this is something which I tell to all the dealing assistant, and it should be the standard practice in all the government offices, because there is a lot of public dealing involved and we need to sensitize the staff on how we need to deal with the people who are coming to voice their grievances. Now, the first thing we have to understand is that people come to these government offices to take some certain services, whether it is certificates, whether it is any kind of document or any other basically certification or NOC. There are so many different services which are being offered by the government. So the first thing which we need to understand is that many, especially in this rural areas and remote areas, in the hilly terrain, especially I am posted in East Garo Hills of Meghalaya. It's a hilly terrain, it's mostly rural, 80% rural population. So people coming to the deputy commissioner's office, it is a big challenge for them because the public transportation system is not very developed. So it's a big challenge. They have to spend big amount coming to the office. So we all working in the deputy commissioner's office or working in the any level of district, any government office, we need to understand that the person who is coming is making a great effort and spending a lot to avail some service, and we should do our best to provide that service. So doing our best. So we need to see it beyond our role, beyond the kind of a job role, that okay, I'm here from 10 to 5, and then beyond that it really doesn't matter whether it works or not, whether the document is delivered, whether that person is satisfied. That is, I don't care about all these things. So this kind of attitude should not be there. We should understand that the criticality of it, the service which we are offering, we need to ensure that we are doing our best to give the service, to provide the service in a timely manner, on the same day if it is possible, or at the earliest and with the least inconvenience to the applicant. So we have to really tell our staff and sensitize them and encourage them, motivate them that they need to do their best. Now the second thing is that interaction with public. So when you are working in a government office, obviously there is interaction, and interaction, the public may express some kind of dissatisfaction what is happening. They have applied but still it is not, so they may express certain grievances. Now as a public servant, we have to understand that we have to see from their angle that they have made a really difficult journey to the office. They have spent a lot, they have come so many times, still it's not happening. So maybe they are a little irritated and they are talking in a way which is maybe not acceptable to you, but we have to understand that we have to give reply in a polite manner, in a soft tone. The tone and texture of your voice should always be moderated. Just keep a smile always on your face when dealing with public. Please empathize with them, understand their problem. If it cannot be done, there is a way to explain. There is no reason to have basically confront them. There is no reason to be aggressive. The tone and texture, that politeness should be a virtue that all the people working in government offices should have, and we need to carefully deal with such kind of cases. You ensure from your level that you are polite and you convey the reasons why the work cannot be done. So this is very important, because many times I have seen that because the people get more irritated or they are more bothered of the kind of reaction which they get, more or less, if the work is not done for genuine reasons, of course they understand, and they understand the fact why it has not been done. But when there is retaliation, when there is rude behavior, when the government officials are not making them understand or not making any attempt to make them understand, then it becomes really frustrating for the public, and which is not right also from our part. And we should be really polite, and we should explain them the reasons why it cannot be this thing in that work should not be done, and how much time it will take, and what extra documents needs to be submitted. So in a polite manner, that has to be communicated. So then now, when dealing with grievance, dealing with grievance. So when you as a dealing assistant, or when as a basically a receptionist, you are dealing with all these grievances, so you should try to resolve it at your level. If it is you can dispose it off, or with some additional effort if you put in, if it can be disposed of, if the person can be, applicant can be helped, you should definitely do that. If you cannot do it, if you cannot make it happen, you should escalate it to the next level, and you should duly communicate to the applicant that at my level, please understand, this is something which I am not authorized to do. This is something which has to be taken at a superior level, and I am forwarding your case to that particular level. So if your basically if that grievance cannot be resolved at your level, then you should definitely refer it to a superior, and then it can be solved by the branch officer. So this has to be understood very nicely by everyone. Now, timely disposal. Now, in many states, in our states also, Public Services Act has been this thing notified, and there are basically time limit under which few services have to be given to the people. But even if there is no time limit given for a particular service, then we should make our best effort to timely dispose of all the pending applications. Just because there is no time limit, we should not sit on that. This red tapeism is totally not to be tolerated. We should be active. In fact, we should be proactive. But before becoming proactive, we need to become active, right? So timely disposal, whatever is there pending with you, don't sit on the files. Just because nobody is coming, nobody is pushing you from the top, or nobody is poking you from the bottom, you should not be just sitting on the file. If there is something pending with you, you should deal with it, you should move it to the relevant level, and it has to be disposed of. So this effort has to be there. Timely delivery of services is very, very important, and it can help a lot of people if everyone proactively disposes of whatever is pending at their level. And lastly, I want to tell you that all those working in government offices, please remember that what we are public, we are public servants. We are here to serve the people, and whatever we should be able to do, we should do to serve these people, to cater to their grievances, to provide them the necessary service, and at the earliest in a timely manner. And we should communicate in a good way. There shouldn't be any rudeness in our tone and texture of our voice. Politeness has to be there. There is a way of talking. All the differences can be resolved amicably, whether it is of any level. I believe personally that if two people who can just frankly discuss the issue and have a smile on their face, any issues can be resolved. I am sure there is confrontation only results in more confrontation, so this kind of negativity should not be there. A positive approach or optimist approach should be brought into the public service delivery. So these are some few things what I have observed, that while dealing with people, some confrontations come when these are not followed. So this is a general advice to all those working at various, be it the secretariat, be it DC office, any government office. These principles should be remembered by all the staff. The head of the office should ensure that the people, all of them, remember that they are public servants and they behave in a proper and befitting manner of a public servant. So I hope this video sensitizes those dealing assistants and everyone who is watching, and it helps to improve the public service delivery of our government offices. So I'll be uploading more such videos to improve the functioning of government offices and office procedure best practices under this series. So please subscribe and please hit the bell icon for new videos under this category, and also share with those who may find it useful. Thank you so much for watching.